It's 2021 and I'm like, yes, new decade, new you. I'm like focused, I'm like ready, let's go, let's go. And by now we've moved to North Carolina. We're living at a family friend's second home temporarily. And now I'm focused and I'm kind of back on that grind. I have a solid workout routine. And here is when I start to incorporate a few leg exercises, body weight leg exercises. I don't know why I did that. I just like, okay, I probably should do some, and that's the only reason why. This is still my mind state of like doing things not exactly knowing why I'm doing them. Then I realized that my yard sale dumbbells aren't cutting it. They're just simply too light for some of the exercises that I'm doing. Some of the exercises I'm literally doing like 30, 40 reps, and I'm like, okay, I feel like I've kind of reached the max. I don't know if like doing 40 or 50 or 60 of reps of this one exercise is really gonna gain strength for me. So like, I'm like, okay, I probably need to buy some more weights. I do my research and then I find this pair of adjustable dumbbells that are each 33 pounds for $70. So by now I've spent $100 on fitness gear. That's 70 for the dumbbells and then about 25-ish for the pull-up bar. And I'm like, okay, great. Now I have more weights, and a lot of exercises I needed more weights. And so now I can kind of better follow a lot of the fitness YouTubers online. I have a solid workout routine because I have my new equipment, and everyone realizes it's the pandemic. And so all these fitness YouTubers hop on the at-home workout routine. So then I'm like able to kind of pick and choose the best exercises. And so I have a solid workout routine. I see some kind of strength gains. I move on to weighted exercises now. And so I'm increasing the intensity of my exercises. Everything is going pretty well. In March of 2021, things are starting to open up. It's almost been about a year since I started my fitness journey. I'm curious as to how much I can bench press. And so I asked my friend if I can go to his gym, and I learned that my push-ups have paid off. I can do 3 super bad form dinky reps of a plate and 15. So I believe that's 165 pounds. And so I'm happy. In April of 2021, this is my last semester of college. And so I'm going in and out of college because it's in North Carolina. And I'm also trying to hang out with my homies. And we also just moved into a regular house and not the temporary house. And so I'm pretty busy with all other things. And so by now I'm working out about, I want to say 1 to 2 times a week. And I'm also like kind of stressed out making sure to finalize my internships. And so my priorities are a little shifted. So I don't have as much time to focus on my fitness. So I take a moment to reflect. I'm like, okay, it's been a year and I still haven't had my epic body transformation, right? So I'm like, okay, things are opening up. I'm going to start going to the gym now, but I'm also just going to go for a 2-year body transformation. It's already been 1 year. Might as well just double that and go with 2. And then I'm like, okay, I need a goal, because right now I'm just doing things just to like, I don't know, have that like epic, like muscular body. Like I need some kind of goal, right? So I talked to some people and I have this goal of having a 1 rep max of benching 2 plates. So that's 225 pounds. So going into the summer of 2021 in May, I just graduated. And by now I'm like, okay, let me just kind of relax a little. Let me be able to, get some rest, hang out, go on some trips. It's the summer. So by now I'm more so working out, I want to say pretty randomly, about 1 to 3 times a week. At this point, I'm just kind of on more chill mode, and fitness is not as much of a priority because now I'm like trying to just be happy that I graduated. So I've gone through my vacations, and at the end of June, I'm like, okay, I think I'm ready to go to the gym. So I just like Google gym in Google Maps, and I see Planet Fitness, and my dumb A, I'm like, I see like it's $10. So I'm like, yo, that's a steal. And then I go to the gym and like it has tons of equipment. So I'm like, yo, surely this gym has everything. And so I'm like, sign me up. And so I go there. And right then and there, I just sign up, and little did I know I signed up for a 1-year contract, and I did not even know that. And I'm not proud of that. In July of 2021, I'm looking at, I'm Googling, I'm doing some research as to my workout routine, what it's going to be at the gym. And I'm starting to notice that a lot of the equipment and the machines that are used in the videos I see online are not at Planet Fitness. So I'm like, okay, that's kind of strange. And then I like noticed that they also don't have like the barbell. And so I'm like, okay, that's kind of weird. And then I like asked one of my friends, like, yo, like, what's up with Planet Fitness? And then like he just like pretty much clowns me, and he's like, like, you don't know, like, that's like the meme gym, like. And so I'm like, oh my gosh, at Planet Fitness. And I'm like, okay, I need to switch gyms. So I go and I tell them, and of course they're like, but you committed for 1 year. And I'm like, oh my gosh, so I can't cancel it. So I'm like, okay, I'm gonna just stick to Planet Fitness. And so I kind of make this workaround routine from the things that I learned online with the equipment that's at Planet Fitness. And the most important thing was that I was pretty consistent. So I had to substitute, for example, they don't have a barbell, so I couldn't bench press. So I had to use the Smith machine to bench press. But the key was that I was consistent. And so like I do this for the next 3 months, and I'm progressing. I'm keeping track of what the exercises I'm doing and like what my 1 rep max is. And by the end of it, I do a strength test of 3 horrific reps of 185. But to me, I'm like, oh my gosh, I could lift 20 pounds more. And so I'm like, let's go. My form was terrible for those 3 reps, but I'm like, okay, at least my Planet Fitness routine was translated to the bench press, and my workaround was actually working. That's where I'm at in August of 2021. And then I go to Korea. And, I don't go to Korea that often, probably about every 4 months to see my relatives. So I'm in eating mentality. What does that mean? Like, I'm talking like I eat my Harmony's ginormous breakfast, right? And then I get sweet coffee, then I get lunch, then I get street food, then I get beverages from the Subway, and then I get dinner, and then I get street food, then I get dessert, then I get late night snack plus ice cream. Like, I'm talking like I'm eating like crazy. And I mean at that point I'm exercising like maybe 1 to 2 times a week in Korea for funsies, but I'm not really exercising too much. I'm more like, I'm never here, so I'm just gonna enjoy my time. And so I gained right around 13 to 15 pounds. So I technically did what people would probably call a dirty bulk, and I did not do this intentionally at all, but I gained a solid amount of weight in Korea. In October, I'm back from Korea, and at this point, I'm just trying to get back into the shape that I was before Korea. I'm about 13 to 15 pounds heavier. I try to lift, or I do a bench press test, and I can lift right around 165. So I've definitely kind of taken a step back, but by now I'm like, okay, I need to just go to a new gym instead of Planet Fitness. And so I look around and I find another gym. It has all the equipment I need, like in terms of free weights and barbells, and it's also $10. So I'm like, okay, let's go. I'm gonna go there. So now in October, I'm more in the mode of let me just reset and get back to where I was pre-Korea. And by now, since it's a standard gym with standard equipment, I'm following a lot of the standard workouts that are online, and it's a lot easier because so many people just have done those exercises. Also, when I got to the gym, like I was able to have a pretty holistic workout, like a push-pull legs, but modified to what was working for me. After about a month, I worked my way back to where I was in Korea, and then I just can't get past 185. For pretty much the next 2 months, I'm at a plateau. I realize I'm like, okay, I feel like I need to change something. And then I'm like, okay, maybe I should take a look at what I'm eating and putting into my body. Because at this point, I've thought about eating healthier always, and it's been working since, but like I never actually had like a diet plan. So I'm like, okay, maybe I should have a diet plan. This right around is the end of the year of 21. From January to March of 22, I am laser focused. By now, my routine is pretty much set. I've made literally every single adjustment that I can. I know which exercises have been working for me, how many reps I should be doing on this week, and how much I should be doing to increase my strength for this and that. And everything is coming together. I'm focused. I'm laser set on getting to 225. I'm also eating very healthy. I'm eating very clean. More so, I'm not eating unhealthy. I'm not eating fast foods or drinking soda. And so everything is going well. I'm laser focused. I'm consistent. And so March 4th, I reached my goal of benching 1 rep of 2 plates, so 225 pounds. And I'm like, let's freaking go, you know? Oh yeah, I'm hype. You know. April of 2022, I've reached my strength goals, and so now I am transitioning to the cutting phase where I will pretty much lean out the muscle that I've had. And so I go from eating 3 huge meals that are protein and carb packed, protein shake, to now 2 meals and a protein shake, and also avoiding a lot of carbs like mostly rice and pasta and bread. I've also started to do 5 days of cardio in addition to working out 5 days a week, and now I'm kind of in a different mode of more like cutting mode. I don't care as much as to gaining strength, so I'm more so doing high reps and not really keeping track of how strong I am, just as long as I'm maintaining a good amount of muscle. At this point, I'm like, okay, I don't think I'll be able to get to where I want to by the 2-year end mark, so I'm like, you know what? I'm just gonna finish when I want to finish, because if I have this like idea of this like time zone and like keep failing it, I'm just gonna like discourage myself. So I'm just gonna finish whenever I want to finish. I don't care about the 2-year mark, 1-year mark, 3-month mark. Clearly, I'm just gonna have to go on my own pacing and on my own time zone. I'm very consistent this month in April, and then my Harmony, my grandma from Korea, comes and stays with us for the next 2 months. This is when things were tough. You see, for Korean grandmas, it is their joy for their grandkids to eat. And so when I was saying like, oh, I'm not gonna eat rice or da 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 or this, she's my Harmony, my grandma, she's like, what? Like, what? That she's, you know, she was very confused, and she kept saying like, no, you gotta eat more. When I was in Korea for a month, I stayed with my grandma, and so she saw the way that I ate, and she knew that I was like eating like crazy. So when she got to America a few months later, she was so confused as to why I was eating so little. So honestly, I kind of get where she was coming from. A lot of times it's hard to kind of turn down my grandma, right? And so there are a lot of times where I just had to eat because my grandma, that's how she has joy. And so this kind of hurt my diet of like kind of losing weight and burning fat calories, but that's just how it be. On top of this, my sister was getting married, and so like some family was coming in and I had to get ready for some stuff, and so my consistency also in terms of working out and cardio went down, as well as my diet. And so I definitely could not reach this 2-year mark of May, which at this point I'm cool with. And I also had some trips planned out for the summer. It's July of 2022, and by now I'm ready to be done with this whole fitness thing. I've come so far, so it would be ashamed if I freaking quit now. And so I'm like, okay, I'm gonna focus right now. I'm gonna be consistent with my diet, my workout, and my cardio. Now I'm doing weighted abs exercises about 2 to 3 times a week, and I'm focused. Everything is going well. And then August, I even go to the sauna like 4 times a week because it feels good, and I hear there's good health benefits, but also you lose a lot of water weight. And so I'm focused. And then one day I just walk out of the sauna and I'm like, you know what? I think I'm good. Like, oh yeah. So then I just stopped right there. I did my final workout for that beefy pump, and then I edited my video, and that was it. Honestly, like I got like a 6-pack sort of, but like not really. I wouldn't say I got like ripped. I definitely had like clearly like some muscle definition, but like I wasn't like, holy crap, like 6-pack like grid type stuff, you know. It was honestly just like in great lighting, like you could see it, and like I was like, oh snap. But then like 90% of the time it wasn't like that. And like for me, I feel like that's what I learned about having a realistic body transformation is like, honestly, like those 6-packs that like models have, for us like regular people, it's really hard to attain. And at the end of the day, those are people that are like super dedicated to fitness. Whereas at least for me, I wasn't really able to do, but I'm not saying that's not attainable. For me, it just wasn't. Yeah, mine was more like low key, you feel me? More chill, you know? That was my fitness journey. What am I doing now? Working out here and there, but kind of I'm still trying to figure out what my next kind of fitness goal is. I think for me, I need to be goal oriented in order to really commit to something in terms of fitness, and like whether it's like lifting weights or like trying to decrease your mile time, or even like sports, like be a lot more skilled in like basketball or tennis. Like I need to have some kind of goal. And so right now I'm trying to figure that out. That concludes my fitness journey from going from skinny fat Thor to fit. I hope you enjoyed this story. Stay tuned for part 2 where I will, talk about everything that I learned and hopefully assist someone with guiding them from going from 0 to 100 and skinny fat to fit. Thank you so much for watching this video and stay tuned for part 2. Thank you.